Well, hello everybody, and welcome to another episode where we take a closer look at the PennCentral repaint for the Alco RS11. The PennCentral operated from 1968 until 1976 by the merger of the Pennsylvania Railroad and New York Central Railroads. And in later years, the New York, New Haven, and Hartford Railroads were added to the merger. So sit back, relax, and join me in the... Now, this was kind of a mix of a merger, because after 2 years of operations, the PennCentral basically filed for bankruptcy and ended up being the largest corporate bankruptcy in American history at the time. And it ended up bringing about the creation of Conrail and Amtrak and totally changed the dynamic for railroad operations in the Northeast. Now, PennCentral's main moneymaker was the passenger service in the Northeast corridor from Washington, D.C. to New York to Boston. And they made a decent amount of money and operated the famed GG1. However, the optimization of the Northeast corridor by the PennCentral wasn't enough to save the entirety of the railroad, as all of the railroads in the Northeast were basically falling apart from a lack of maintenance. The money just wasn't there to rebuild the rail lines. Now, to me, this kind of reflects itself into the paint scheme at the time for the PennCentral. This black with white, and in the later months there would be a white with a red C to it, and some of the cars ended up painting some weird green colors and so forth, but the simplicity was kept, and it kind of reflects basically back into the way the skin was made. Now, the Pennsylvania Railroad sported the black, and by only just changing out the emblem from the Pennsylvania Railroad emblem into the PennCentral emblem, it saved them a ton of cash. And in this case, it kind of works the same way. The repaint is based off the base model Pennsylvania Railroad engine and has some of the same faults that model also has, which is the black on black. You stare at it, the black sucks you in, and you really don't get to see any detail in the engine, unlike a mod that I also have that will be shown later of a Pennsylvania Railroad ST40-2. Now, the base model itself is really well detailed. You just can't see it. I mean, the paint just absorbs it all. So, in retrospect, I really do like the PennCentral's paint scheme on the RS11, as well as the Pennsylvania Railroad, which will be in the next episode. But due to its black, it kind of takes away from what the RS11 really has to show in its detailed modeling. Well, I hope you enjoyed this closer look at the PennCentral Alco RS11, and I hope you'll join me next time on the